afternoon, Melachim, and welcome back to more children's Torah stories. Do you remember what we learned about last time? We had bad King Menashe. I'm the worst. I'm the worst of all the kings. I'm terrible. Wow, what was so terrible? I made all the Jewish people pray to idols. I put idols in the temple. And I did all kinds of terrible things like that. And I put lots of people in jail who shouldn't have gone. And I made the Jewish people not learn Torah. I wanted them to be just like the Assyrians. King Menashe, that is a terrible thing that you did. I know. And I realized at the end of my life that I had done the wrong thing. Why? Because the Assyrians were taking me to jail after all that you did to be just like an Assyrian. Yes. Okay, King Menashe, don't cry. What did you do next? Well, then I did teshuvah. I said sorry to Hashem, and I want to be good again. Oh, well, come on, King Menashe. Surely you don't expect that Hashem will forgive you just because you said sorry after you were going to jail when you were bad your whole life. Actually, you are wrong. Hashem did forgive me. Hashem accept all teshuvah. Anytime you say sorry to Hashem and you really mean it, even if you've been really bad, that is so important, and Hashem loves that. Oh, okay, King Menashe, you've taught me something. Thank you. You're welcome. Bye. Well, that was the end of King Menashe. He was a king for a long time, and his son, unfortunately, Amon was bad. Was bad, just like him. But then his son was called Yoshiyahu. Hello, Yoshiyahu. Hello, everybody. Now, even though I'm using the same puppet that I did for Menashe, this isn't Menashe anymore. This is now his grandson, Yoshiyahu. You got it? Good. So I'll use a slightly different voice for King Yoshiyahu so that you'll know he's a bit of a different king. Okay, Yoshiyahu, were you good or bad? Good. I was one of the best ever. When we talk about some of the really good kings, there was David, he was really, really good. There was Shlomo, he was fantastic. There was Chizkiyahu, he was amazing. And there's me, I'm also wonderful. That's so nice, Yoshiyahu. Tell us a little bit more about yourself. Well, I became king when I was 8 years old. Gee whiskers, 8 years old. Are any of you 8 years old, Yeladim? I think some are younger and some are older, right? But you're kind of around that age. Imagine being king of the whole country at 8 years old. Now, Menashe, your grandfather, became king at age 12. And I think that was part of the reasons why he was a bad king, because he had nobody to teach him. Well, actually, I think that's part of the reason that I became a good king, because my dad was so bad, and her dad and his dad was so bad, but they weren't around to teach me all their bad things. So actually, I ended up being quite good. Although the truth is, I didn't start off terribly good. I started off okay. See, what happened was, when I had been king for 17 years already. Hold on, let's do some maths. When he was king for 17 years, how old was he? 17 plus 8, 25. Okay, so when you were 25 years old, yes, when I had been king for 17 years and I was 25 years old, I sent a message to the Beit HaMikdash to say, please go and check how much money people gave so that we can fix up the Beit HaMikdash. Because I think people aren't really fixing it up as beautifully and as nicely as they can. Let's go and check and fix up the Beit HaMikdash better, because I think that is Hashem's special home. Okay, that's a good idea. So here is one of the Kohanim. In fact, this is the Kohen Gadol, and he's called Chilkiah. And he says, I'm going around looking in the Beit HaMikdash to find what needs to be fixed up and all those kinds of things. And we'll go and find... Oh, look at this. I found a scroll. That's so interesting. You know what a scroll is, Yeladim? A scroll is like an old kind of a book where instead of turning pages, it rolls from page to page. Do you know of any kind of scrolls that we have around that we use in our lives? I'll give you a clue. That's right. The Torah is a scroll. The Torah scroll. Well, Chilkiyahu, the Kohen Gadol, found a scroll. And he thought, this is so interesting. I wonder what it is. Here, Shaphan, that was one of his friends. Here, Shaphan, please take the scroll. And Shaphan took the scroll, and he came to tell King Yoshiyahu. King Yoshiyahu, King Yoshiyahu. Yes, Shaphan, King Yoshiyahu, the Kohen Gadol Chilkiah found the scroll, and he asked me to read it to you. Oh, that sounds very interesting. I wonder what it says. Well, it starts with a very exciting story, with the creation of the whole world. It starts, Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. In the beginning, Hashem made the heavens and the earth. Whoa, I've never heard this story before. It sounds great. What happened? Well, then Hashem made light and dark. Amazing. Then Hashem made the land and the sea and the trees and the sun, moon and stars. Oh, this sounds fantastic. Did he make people as well? Yes, he did make people. Well, the first two people's names were Adam and Chava, and he gave them a very important mitzvah. Don't eat from the tree of knowledge of good and bad. Oh no, what happened? Did they eat from it? Yes, they did. Yeladim, can you guess which story he's telling him? Can you guess which scroll he found? He found the Torah. But they had never read the Torah before. Can you actually believe this? He was the king for 17 years. They had never read the Torah. That's how bad his Zayda, King Menashe, was. Because King Menashe, it's me again, King Menashe. King Menashe had been so bad, he had said, nobody must learn Torah. And everyone stopped learning Torah. And nobody even looked to see what the Torah said. Suddenly they found a Torah again and they started reading it. And Yoshiyahu starts listening. Oh, I can't believe it. All of these amazing mitzvot. All the things we're supposed to do. I never knew that. I never knew Hashem had mitzvot for us. Why are you crying, Yoshiyahu? Aren't you happy that you have the Torah? Well, I am happy that we have the Torah, but I'm so sad because my whole life I've been doing bad things and I didn't even realize. What do you mean? Well, I just saw now in the Torah that you're not allowed to eat pork. Didn't you know that? No, I didn't know that. I used to eat pork all the time. Oy vey. Well, I hope you're going to stop now. Of course I'm going to stop now. Well, what else did you see in the Torah? I saw in the Torah that you're not allowed to light a fire on Shabbat. Oh, did you used to light a fire on Shabbat? Yes, I did used to. My whole life I used to. Okay, and what else does it say? Well, it says you're not allowed to kill people. Oh, did you used to kill people? No, of course not. I was a good person always. I just didn't know what the Torah said. Oh, okay, King Yoshiyahu. Thank you. And what else? And don't steal. Did you used to steal? No, I already told you. The things that everyone knows are good and bad, those are always was good. But it's things that we only learn from the Torah that I didn't know about. Well, now that I do know, I've got an idea. Let's go teach the whole Jewish people what the Torah says. Let's go and do that. And let's stop praying to idols. What? Did you used to pray to idols? Yes, don't you understand? Everyone was praying to idols. Nobody understood what the Torah was about and Hashem and all of that. They'd all forgotten. Goodness gracious. So what are you going to do? Well, let's call an important meeting with all of the wise people of the whole country, of the southern kingdom, of Yehudah, of Yerushalayim, all come together. And along came all the wise people. Here we are, your majesty. We have come for your special meeting. Well, I want to tell you something so important. Here is the Torah, and this is what it says. Wow, that is so interesting. We never realized before. Let's go and tell everybody. We need to keep all the mitzvot. Great, we will do that. We need to throw away all of the idols. Are you serious? Must we throw away all the idols? Yes, I'm serious. All the idols. Get rid of them. Chuck them out. Do they go in the rubbish bin or recycling? What do you think, Yeladim? Rubbish bin or recycling? Burn them in fire. Make a bonfire and throw in all those stinky idols. Okay, must we even take the idol out of the Beit HaMikdash, out of the temple? Yes, of course you must take the idol out of the Beit HaMikdash. Can you believe it? People didn't even know you weren't allowed an idol outside of the Beit HaMikdash. And what about all the people who are praying to those idols? Must we tell them to stop? Yes, definitely. And so the whole Jewish people started getting rid of their idols, and they started destroying all the places where people used to pray to the idols. Hey guys, I learned something else as well. What is that? There is a festival talking about how Hashem took us out of Egypt. Really? Did Hashem take us out of Egypt? Yes. Well, what's the festival called? The festival is called Overpass. Is it called Overpass? Oh, Passover. I got confused. Passover. It's also called Mesach. Is that right? Is it Mesach? No, it's something like that. Pesach. That's what it is. Pesach. We must all keep Pesach. Okay, what do we have to do? Well, you need to get rid of all your chametz. You need to get matzah and maror. You need to bring a special present to Hashem in the Beit HaMikdash, and we will celebrate and tell the story of the Exodus from Egypt. We will. Wonderful. Now I am sure that nothing bad will happen because we are all so good. Oh, King Yoshiyahu, don't be so sure. You are very, very good. But is everyone so good? Maybe not. We're gonna have to find out more tomorrow. Bye.